Christmas, it's no joke. Marion and Mary explore the mind, being hope and healing for these changing times. Be the change you want to see, multidimensionality. Stillness, joy, shadow work, shamanic change back to the earth. New Earth now. New Earth now. New Earth now.
Hello and welcome to New Earth Now. My name is Marion Porter.
And I've been told to say my name is Mary back. And we're here to talk with you about New Earth right now.
Yes. And you know what? I got to sing the song a little bit.
You got to sing the song, Marion.
New Earth Now. It's on TV. Hey, New Earth Now on CBC. Let's talk about that song. That's the greatest song ever. And we're going to see a clip about it a little bit later on. But oh my God, that song. Want to say a little bit about it?
Well, I think it's catchy, and I think it's sing-along, and I think what's good about it is when you're driving someplace and you're aggravated and there's road rage around you, it's good to be singing something that is uplifting and almost automatic for you to fall into. So it's about love, it's about kindness, healing, and hope. You can't flip someone off while you're driving and sing at the same time. So I'm hoping that you'll choose to sing the song instead. And I think that brings us back to what New Earth now means. Like, what is a New Earth, Marion? What is a New Earth, Marion? What are you talking about, woman?
This is the New Earth right here. But I'll tell you, like, well, the big thing, remember, we used to talk about this, New Earth. It's not like New Earth is, okay, we're going to open up a door, walk out, and be in a brand new planet. It isn't quite that, you know, although that does sound fun, and if I could do that, I would.
Many people would.
Yeah.
It's more like opening up the new portal in yourself.
Yeah.
Letting yourself come into a new way of being. Not altering your reality, but altering your perception of reality. And we can talk more about that if you want to talk about how that works.
Well, I think what it is, it's a mindset. It is a different way of looking at life, of moving through life, of experiencing the day to day. You know, what is it like? It's a mindset almost.
It's also, I think so many of us, for so often, and rightly so, are so continually bombarded by our five senses, and we get most of our information from our five senses. Science is based on observation in our five senses, what we can measure, what we can see. And I think sometimes because we're so bombarded and focused on those five senses, we don't pay attention to the other more subtle senses that are available to us simply for being human beings, living on this planet. I mean, there are times when you are still, and if you are still, and if you are calm and in a quiet place, there are certainly other things you can see and you can sense. And I think if you think about it, really let yourself remember you have instances in your life when there are times when information comes to you, or ideas come to you, or sensations, or remembrances that come to you that are not steeped and set in 5 dimensions. And I think 5 dimensions, 5 senses. So I think for me, what's happening in my life, the way my life has transformed over the last few years is I've become more aware that I'm not a human doing. I'm a human being.
I love that.
I'm glad you love that.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Use that often. Say it with me. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. So yes, it's okay just to throw yourself down into a porch rocker and to sit and to not be scrolling or writing an email or doing something, just to sit, to be. And that's when the other senses become evident to you. It happens to me. Well, I'm going to tell a story because that's
Yes,
what
please
I
do.
Because, okay, even during the pandemic, when the world was shutting down, I was still taking myself down to the cat rescue in our neighborhood twice a day to feed the kitties and to play with the kittens and to do all the things you do in a cat rescue. Were gratifying. But I was still showing up and going someplace I had a schedule and still going, doing until I had a little medical catastrophe and I ended up on crutches for 6 weeks. And I'm lying in the hammock one day, saying to the trees, all right, what am I learning from this?
That's an important
It's
point.
always a good question to ask yourself. When there's something happening, is it happening to you? Is it happening for you? It's happening. So I said, what am I learning from this experience? And I got loud and clear. I got stillness.
Yes. That's it, though.
Stillness. Even when
That's it.
the entire world was unplugged during lockdown, I was still running around doing things. And the idea was, no. If you won't stop, we'll stop you. Here's some crutches. You're off your feet for 6 weeks. And I was. And guess what? I learned about stillness.
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 Well, that's the thing, though. No, keep going with your share, though.
That's it.
Okay, great.
I'm just being still. Some people are comfortable with still. And there you go. We don't have to fill the space. We don't have to keep moving or talking or doing. Sometimes it's okay just to sit, not dead air. I know, oh my God, we're on TV, nothing's happening. Go to commercial. No. It's okay to have stillness. It's okay to, you know what? It's okay to provide opportunity. It's okay. When you're back to driving, I don't know why I'm on the driving kick, but maybe because it's rush hour.
Okay. No, it's
so
very
when you're
relatable.
driving, how do you drive? Do you get right up behind the car in front of you, or do you allow for opportunity? I try to leave about 2 or 3 car lengths always, no matter what the traffic's like ahead of me. Even if we're I'm not going to be part of gridlock. I refuse. I'm simply not going to be part of that.
No.
So by leaving car lengths ahead of me, I'm providing opportunity for someone else to move. I don't take it as a personal affront when someone goes in front of me. It's a street. It's a public place. They're supposed to be in front of me. Some are supposed to be behind me. But, it's not my job to make sure no one gets an opportunity. It's my job to sit back and listen to music, observe the clouds, watch the birds. If I'm stuck in traffic, that's fine with me. It's fine with me. It really is.
You know what I like about all of this?
I can't tell. Imagine what you think about Marion.
Well, the point of the matter is what you're talking about, the way you're describing your life, that's kind of the New Earth thing, What I notice, a lot of this is, you gotta have heard the phrase by now, or if you haven't, here you go, as within, so without, If you've got tumultuous things going on inside of you, you tend to see that in the world. So if you're in rush hour traffic and you're just go, because that's kind of how we're programmed to be in this society, am I right? So if that's what you have going on, you're more apt to be, oh my God, I'm late. Oh my God, this, that, and all kinds of crazy happens, like this kind of energy, How many of us are just living your life in this energy? No. The stillness that you spoke of, and I love that you said that, because that's ultimately the lesson that comes with the new earth. It's a frequency, it comes from within. You arrive at it within yourself. So it's not like a new earth right there. It's, I have calmed my inner seas.
There you go.
I've calmed my inner seas, and instead of looking at it as, I'm late, this car in front of me, and all the things that we want to think and say and do, all right? Instead, you're like, wait a minute now. I heard tell there's a new song. I want to, Alexa, play so-and-so, or
New Earth Now's theme song.
New Earth Now is on
Well, that's
TV.
when you reach your favorite music. That's when you put it on. So you start to make this about an opportunity to hear my favorite album again, not about, you can see how old I am, album, right?
Yeah.
It's about hearing your favorite music.
A record. Put the record on.
Not trying to, get back at that person who switched lanes in front of you 5 miles ago. It's not about trying to, cut someone off or swear at somebody. It's not even about having experience of being us against them. It's more about, we're all trying to go home and have a nice time on Friday night. That's what we're all doing. You're part of a whole. You're not separate. You're not separate and in opposition. You are part of a whole. There's only one of us. I say that sometimes people look at me, I'm crazy. Yeah, okay. But there's only one of us. It comes down to shared experience and not trying to draw separateness and divide things up, but to see the wholeness of the one of us.
Well, when I went through Dharma school, one of the first things they taught us, and you can try this at home, no matter who's in your room or wherever you're streaming this, or think about a time when maybe you're at the office or work or whatever. No matter where you are, like in this room, there's several people here, all right? And for all the viewers, from my perspective, everybody here is me. So you, the viewer at home, you are me. If you're looking at me, I am you. We are all one. That's how it works, and everybody is just a beautiful, beautiful mirror of us, So you right there at home, I can't see you, but I can imagine you there, and you are the most perfect mirror of me, and I honor you for being that. And that perspective, that mindset, changes everything.
That reminds me of a little thing I would do a long time ago, 100 years ago, when I was a public school teacher and I would be on recess duty. And there would be two little kids fighting and they'd both come running up to me and I'd say, well, it seems to me we have a situation here. And so, are we in trouble? Are we going to the office? I'm like, well, do you want to go to the office? No, we don't want to go to the office. Well, how about this? How about for just a second, you look in his eyes and you look in his eyes. And they would do that. And I would allow for some quiet. And they didn't always like that, but that's okay. And I said, well, what do you see there? He goes, I see me. I'm like, oh, you do? You see you? What do you see? I see me too. I'm like, then why would you hurt him if you're in his eyes? And they go, how did you do that? I didn't do anything. I simply asked you to be aware of something maybe you hadn't been aware of before. And now with that awareness, you can go forward. Now, do we need to, they would shake hands and they go off and play and no one had to go to the office and, back to recess duty. And it was a little thing, but it was a powerful thing. And the fact that I was doing it with 7-year-olds was kind of a hoot too, because I'm hoping they brought that forward. Maybe they forgot, maybe they did, but I remember
it could have been a very powerful teaching moment for them. Maybe they're now saying it to their kids.
I would hope someone's saying it to somebody, but it worked. It worked, and even if it just worked in the moment, it did work, and it was a way of not just solving this simple conflict they were having over the whose turn it was on the slide or the ball they were fighting over. It gave them a way of looking at other people differently.
That's the whole thing, though.
So that was moving forward. It brought them into a different place.
And that's exactly what this is, because if you shift your perspective, and I want to go back to the stillness part, because that's huge. When you're still, and it's just, you have way more possibilities available to you. You have options and ways to think that you don't have when you're all. Well, look at the energy I'm at. I'm all like, I'm all small. I'm like, but.
And stillness allows you to respond instead of react when something happens. Or when you're called on to respond in some way. You don't react. You have a chance to take in the situation, your options, and to respond in a mindful way. I think that's what it comes down to for me is being mindful. I mean, that's not to say I don't still, when I drop something on my foot.
No, because we all do.
Yeah, but you try to be aware of your thoughts. I go back to what Buddha says a lot, that thoughts are things, and what you think is what you create, and what you create becomes your reality. So if you walk around all day going, oh, I hate my job, my boss is an idiot, well, you're going to hate your job, your boss is going to keep being an idiot. But if you walk in every day and going, it's going to be a great day, I'm going to do the best I can, everything today is going to work out for me eventually, I'm going to be fine, I'm doing great. And, you know, people do mantras, people say things to themselves in the mirror. I said those things in the shower, I say those things in the mirror, I say those things in the car, but they're the truths I have found out about myself and I want to reinforce about myself. And so I create my own reality by speaking my truth about myself and then moving into that truth.
That's so beautiful.
Oh,
I
thank
love you so much. That's it, though. That is it. That is it. Facts, I'm telling you. You speak your reality into existence. So,
and you stop people, too. When they go, oh, I'm so stupid, I go, stop talking about my friend that way. And they're startled. They don't even realize they do it half the time.
Yeah.
And so think about, you know, the last time you said, oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, geez, what a stupid thing I did. Okay, you made a human. Oh, you human, you there made a mistake. Okay, well then what do you do next? What are your options? What are your choices? Some of the best things that have happened have come out of what looked like mistakes. They're simply
what does Bob
redirections.
Ross say? There's no mistakes, only happy accidents.
There you go. God bless that Bob Ross. Yeah.
Bob Ross.
And the happy little trees.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But that's the thing, because to arrive at a place of stillness, you know, and any way you want to get there, even if it's just, you know, sometimes like try this at home. Try this at home. Just take your hands and just like, you can feel it. You know, you can feel it. Try it. Swear to God, try it. Let me know how it worked. But if you come from that place, everything can be different. You know, when you're all jangled up, all you want is the anger. All you want is just constant strife. And as you said, where attention goes, energy flows. You know, you really can. And it's, you know, I'm not about to sit here and say I am a master at this, because let me tell you something, I am not. I am not. And you don't necessarily have to be a master. You know, it's like the new earth isn't like, you know, oh, I got to get my card punched. Here I am. I'm in the. That's just kind of a fun way to look at it. What we're really talking about, I think, is.
What are we talking about?
What
are we talking about
here? Do you want to live a fear-based life?
Right.
Right? Or do you want to live a joy-based life? You know? And when I think about what's going on in the world right now, I mean, come on, we're all going through it, right? We're all going through it. I'm going through it. You're going through it. I know you're going through it, and you over there. But seriously, so I'm not like, okay, I'm just going to fake Nam Yoho Renge Kyo my way through life. No. But what I am going to do, and you spoke of mantras, and I don't know, but my mantra, I took this on a little bit ago. I am loving awareness. There you go. You know, I am loving awareness. Oh my God! I want to say. I can feel my. Oh,
go ahead.
I'm touching the microphone. I am loving awareness. No, repeat it with me. Repeat it with me, okay? I am loving awareness. Oh, what could that mean? You know, and I'm gonna tell you what it is for me. No matter what's going on, now just saying it doesn't make me loving awareness, you know, because that's just silly. And, you know, we're beyond that, but.
We're not beyond silly.
We're not beyond
Hopefully
silly.
Hopefully not.
But no, never be beyond silly. Always be silly. But the point of the matter is, I am loving awareness doesn't mean that, okay, I'm saying that, so now I'm better than you. It's nothing like that. Sometimes for me, loving awareness can be like when I'm thinking about how I've been during the day. Okay, well, maybe I was a jerk right here, and maybe here I was, I could have been a little kinder, and well, I did good here. But it's to look at the way I am with loving awareness, to love myself, to forgive myself for my own failures, and learn from them.
Anyone who's spent any time with a toddler knows there are those times when you wait because you don't want to say the things that you're thinking, because then maybe that's a nice thing you could be saying. So you opt out. You change your response. You don't react. You respond instead.
It's so important.
Please don't break mommy's favorite things. Let me have that. Oh, you did, and there's you can't unbreak it, but you can go forward into the rest of your day in a more loving and compassionate way, because you don't want to say mean things to that small boy that just broke your favorite thing.
Because back to that as within, so without thing, I can only treat whomever to the extent in which I know and love myself, So literally, and it touches on shadow work a little bit. We're going to devote a whole entire show to shadow work.
But talk about that a little more.
Yeah,
I have the lyrics of our theme song here, and I wanted to touch on certain things. So we may as well start with shadow work.
Well, so the thing with shadow work.
What does that mean, Marion?
Well, shadow work, sometimes people refer to it as triggers, Like, let's go back to your thing where I'm at the stop sign and I get cut off at the stop sign, like, and I'm very upset. I'm triggered, all right? So what is it that I'm actually triggered about, Because it's not about the stop sign. And I'm just going to cut to the chase. For me, it's the audacity of the other person just being completely inconsiderate of my needs. What does that sound like? What does that sound like? Oh, is that maybe some ego work that I need to work on? So shadow work, triggers, shadow work, it's kind of the same, but shadow, they say, what you have in the shadow or behind you, shadowy, that you don't want to face, you face it. And when you face it, you bring it into the light. What that really means is you're bringing parts of yourself that you've powered down. You're adding to your bandwidth. Stay tuned, because there's going to be a whole entire show coming up, I promise you, on shadow work. But that's a thing, and it starts with learning to love yourself, learning to accept yourself with all your
humanness.
Yeah.
Are you human?
Yeah.
I remember there was a time when I wouldn't pass the mirror without looking myself in the big brown eyes saying, I'm sorry, I apologize, and I forgive myself, and it's okay. You go ahead. There's inside you, there's a million, trillion, bazillion things from your childhood, from your early life, from your parents, you have a bazillion little things that float through your head when you're trying to fall asleep. They go, oh, I did this, oh, I did that. And you crucify yourself a million times because you human you. So, have a minute with yourself, look yourself in the eye and say, I forgive you. It's okay. And that's big. Not only are you saying it out loud, you're hearing it. You're hearing yourself say these things. And that's why it's important.
And you're looking at yourself.
Exactly.
So you got all your senses engaged.
That self-speak about, I'm so stupid. You aren't just saying it, you're hearing it. Your consciousness is hearing it. Say these things about yourself. And until you tell it not to, it will believe it. So you owe it to yourself, don't you? To be kinder to yourself, to be gentler with yourself, to be aware that sometimes the part of you that's speaking is not your 45-year-old self or your 85-year-old self. It might be your 7-year-old self, and she's hurting. So be compassionate to yourself.
I love that.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I'm glad my pain is helping others.
No, but this is the thing, and I'm telling you right now, this is your permission slip to begin to treat yourself more gently, Just
with loving compassion.
Yeah, even if it is, my morning routine, I get up early, I take a nice, what I call a Saturday shower. You know, I put on a nice comfy robe. I drink some nice coffee. I treat myself as if I was my best friend, and that's a great place to start.
But also, bear in mind, we know you live alone. You haven't got 3 little kids to get off to school on time and get to work on time and make lunches. And so we understand that at the point we are in our lives right now, we have a little more latitude to give ourselves more space for this. But it's not to say, I raised 2 little kids, and I was a single mom for a while, and there's a lot of things I've been through in my life that were not optimum and fun, but somehow I always, kept saying, I'm looking for the pony, all this crap, there's gotta be a pony somewhere. So you just keep looking for the pony. You just keep insisting that somehow, you're keep going, just keep going. Just a moving target is harder to hit, just keep going. You just keep moving forward, and you keep expecting the joy to find you, and you keep telling yourself, even if no one else does. I told my daughter, I used to say all through my 20s, I am young, I'm strong, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I'm not afraid
woman.
to use my power wisely.
But
all right, but
that's very beautiful, and I'm loving that. And we've got 5 minutes before we introduce our clip, so I think now's a good time to talk about the New Earth Now song.
Right. Well,
you had some lyrics you wanted to talk about.
Well, we have been. We've talked about love. We've talked about changing times. We've talked about shadow work. And anyway, the lyrics are based on your texts to Dave, the musician who wrote the music and who sings it so well.
Yeah.
And so let's let Dave talk for himself, because you spent some time with him this weekend, and I think it was a good conversation.
Yeah. So what you're gonna see now is a clip of the man who sings our theme song, and he goes by the professional name of 21st Century Davo. Yeah. So get a load of this. You're going to enjoy this, and we'll see you on the other side of it.
Hi, I'm 21st Century Davo, and you're watching New Earth Now on CVC. New Earth Now is on TV. New Earth Now on CVC. Love, kindness, healing, and hope. Consciousness is no joke. Marion and Mary explore the mind, being hope and healing for these changing times. New Earth Now is on TV. New Earth Now on CVC. Be the change you want to see. Multidimensionality, stillness, joy, shadow work, shamanic change back to the earth. New Earth Now, New Earth Now, New Earth Now is on TV. New Earth Now on CVC.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. I love that song so much.
I love playing. I love playing the song.
So, I want to get right to it, because I know we all want to know how did you bring this into existence?
Well, I think first of all, I knew what the name of the show was going to be, and I knew where it was going to be. And the first thing that came to my mind when I was asked, hey, can you do a theme song for the show? New Earth Now, it's on TV, and New Earth Now, it's on, on CVC, and that was it. And then after that, I asked, okay, so what kind of words do you want me to sing about? What do I want to sing about? And you supplied words, and then I looked at it and I arranged it, and then with Ave, my musical counterpart in my band Terrible 2 right now, we looked at it, kind of played around with it, and voila, it just happened to be. And then when we recorded it, it was pretty much one take recording, so it just was magical. It happened really quickly.
It's amazing, though. I mean, yeah, I get it. I gave you words and, concepts that we were going to be going over in this show, but that's the catchiest song I've ever heard. Literally, I can't get it out of my mind. I can't. It's like, New Earth Now, it's on TV. Come on, the music part. I mean, this had to have been channeled. It's all I can say is you channeled this beautiful piece.
Maybe. When I think about music and the music I write, a lot of it is just, I've absorbed so much music into my brain over the past 50 years that it just kind of gets regurgitated out. And I tend to try to write songs that are upbeat. And I'm learning now, after years of playing, that my voice is actually another instrument. So it's not just my guitar, and me trying to shout over a very loud guitar, but I'm finding out how to sing with my guitar playing, and I think that's what makes the difference.
What is the process behind that? Seeing your voice as an instrument. That's
different than where I was struggling. In my older bands where we were very loud, you could barely hear me. I was just screaming at the top of my lungs, and now I don't have to do that. I just feel that, okay, I've realized that this is more of a second instrument, and so okay, we can play together with this. And I think it comes after years of just trying to record music, because I don't really read music and I don't write anything down.
Wait, what?
I don't really read music and I don't write stuff down. I record stuff and I memorize stuff, and that's it. So through the years I've done recordings and little snippets, I call them, of songs, and either I remember them or I just recorded them and saved them in a folder. I have a folder called The Well, and every time I had an idea for a song, I'd put it in The Well, and now I have all these things in The Well from like 10 years ago. But sometimes there are songs there that stand the test of time, and there's a couple of them I still play. But I think I've just gotten so used to recording stuff and getting something into my head, and this was it just happened. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes you can have a song that you can struggle with, and you try to record it 20 times, and it's no matter how hard you try, you're almost trying too hard, it doesn't work. And other times it just comes out magically, and the first time, which was the case with New Earth Now.
Well, yeah, you said it was one take.
Pretty much, yeah. One take.
That's genius. That's brilliance. One take, like you put the words. What happened? You just started playing.
What I had done is I had recorded a version of it a couple days before we went and we recorded that version that's on the opening sequence. So I sort of had an idea where I wanted to go with it, and then one day we were here for a practice session, and I just decided to do the guitar and then the vocals, and that was it. And there was nothing that had to be changed. It was perfect right from the first get-go. It works.
It works more than anything. I mean, I think anybody that I've played this song for instantly started dancing. Instantly, like strangers,
anyone. I like the music that we've been doing. So I'm part of a two-piece band thing now called Terrible 2.
Terrible 2?
Yes, so Avi the Terrible and I. And most of the songs are kind of upbeat. And so I try to strive for upbeat stuff and catchy stuff,
Very catchy, but New Earth Now, it's on TV. I mean, you could have put any music to that. Mm-hmm. Like, can we just hear the music, no singing? Just play a little bit of it. Right there. Now, just that intro. Like, where does that come from? Is that just? I'm not musically inclined. Is that just the beginning of anything, or?
Well, it was just the beginning where I'm sort of doing the chorus at the beginning, I guess. New Earth Now, it's on TV. New Earth Now on CVC, and I knew at that point I'd go right into the rest of the words. So that was a cutoff.
That's amazing. So I want to break this down. Can you go right into it from where we stopped, just with the music part?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now those chords. Can you tell us what those chords are?
Nice chords.
Nice chords. They are. They are. But there's something about that.
Well,
music.
it starts with an E and there's an A in there too. So I'm not super musically inclined. I just know the notes I know. I play the notes I know.
You play the notes you know.
Ave says I play the notes I know. So
Well, didn't someone once say music is just three chords and the truth?
pretty
Anyways.
much. Well, the funny story with that is so I started playing guitar very late in life, 18, 19 years old.
That's
and
late in life at
For
18?
me, I felt it was late because a lot of kids were having in bands when they were 15, 14, they're first starting to play instruments. I didn't start so much later, so I was like maybe 19. And then that was an acoustic guitar that had two strings on it. It was an old acoustic that my sister used to play in the 70s. So I learned to basically play on two strings. So
What?
so that was just the two biggest strings, and that's how I learned, very simple stuff.
But when I hear that music, I mean, I feel it in my heart chakra, like it's opening me up. There's something there.
Ave says that she thinks that I'm playing at a certain frequency,
Yes.
and that frequency, is what I guess catches your attention, and you feel it. I guess you hear it and you feel it. I guess, and that's probably it.
Ave seems to know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Well, she does. I will refer to her a lot because the Terrible Two thing is awesome.
Now, tell me about the Terrible Two a little bit, then we're going to get back to this.
Sure. So I always thought I could team up with someone who was a good lyricist because I was not very good in writing lyrics. I could write music to words, but I didn't have anybody that I could, I was working with that could be, give me words to sing and to play. And after my wife passed away in 2022, I reconnected with Ave. She was a mutual friend of ours, and discovered that she could write words, and all of a sudden she's writing words and I'm putting in the music, and sometimes she wrote a song in 5 minutes one day. I'm like, that was fast, So it just clicks,
And this song was done in a second.
And this song's pretty fast.
Wow.
Yeah, I just took the words I think it was like on a Wednesday or Thursday, put them to the music, and then Saturday or Sunday we recorded it and it was done.
Yeah. Now, when you first started playing it, like working through the music, what was going through your head? I mean, were you feeling it in your body? Talk about that piece of it.
I think I do feel it. Well, I've always felt that when I play guitar, it's an extension of my soul, right from the start. And I always thought that for years and years and years. I feel like I'm bearing my soul. I'm playing what I feel like I want to play. And then a few years ago, I went to the Musical Instrument Museum in Phoenix, Arizona, which, if you're ever out in Phoenix, you got to check this place out. If you're into musical instruments, the history of musical instruments going back centuries, it's a really, really cool place to visit. But I was at the gift store and they had a shirt there, and on the shirt it said, "Music is the language of their soul."
Ooh.
And that hit me. I was like, I've been thinking this all along.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
Music is the language of the soul.
Wow.
And
Music is the language of the soul.
Right, and I said, oh my God, that's almost exactly what I always thought when I was playing it. I felt like it was an extension of my soul. So that really connected. And I never really searched on the internet or anything, but apparently there's a lot of stuff out there about that. But I didn't know, I just always felt that.
It's like the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
The
Right.
language of the soul. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well, you think about how powerful music is to everyone. I mean, everyone must have some type of music they like, and it has a profound effect on you. If you're feeling down, you can play music, and that would make you feel better. If you're feeling good, you can put on music that enhances how you're feeling. I mean, music is pretty powerful.
It really is. It really is. And this New Earth Now song, like I say, like, why can't I get it out of my head? What makes it? Yes. But what is making it the most wonderful song I've ever heard? I got to tell you, most wonderful song.
Catchy, I guess. But it's also hitting on topics that you provided to me to be. So you gave me words, and I turned around and I put it to music, and I gave it back to you. And so now it's in your court.
Yeah, but the music part. I mean, the music part. Is it just E's and A's? What other notes do we have in there?
There's notes that I don't know.
So would you say then that you're just letting the spirit of New Earth move your fingers?
Sometimes that's how I come up with new songs, and so I could sit down and just practice songs I've already done, but then sometimes I'll take a block of time and just let my fingers move around on the guitar and just let it play things that I've never played before. And if I like something I hear, I'll start playing it over and over again, and if I really like it, and I think it could be a song, I record it so I don't forget it. And I've done that a lot.
That's genius, though. Would you go so far as to agree with me that you're a musical genius?
Maybe. I don't know.
And that's what happened with the New Earth Now song. Would you say that you're just like spirit co-created this song with you? I mean, yes, the words, but you arranged the words a certain way, and you're playing the notes a certain way.
Well, it was again the music. I was playing some chords, and I said, hey, that sounds pretty good. And then once I had New Earth Now, it's on TV, New Earth Now on CBC, that's all I needed. And then I figured out how to play along with it with guitar, and then the rest of the words came, and it just happened.
I gotta tell you, one of my favorite parts, New Earth Now.
Yep. See, that's
where did that sound come from? Tell me of that.
That is, again, using my voice as another instrument. It's something I've been doing for the past couple of years, really, and just I'm getting better at it, I guess.
It's fascinating.
Did you love that or what? Oh my God.
He's adorable.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just going there and just learning about his process. That song, come on, New Earth Now. It's on TV. Oh, yes.
All right,
so listen. So here it is. It's the end of our very first show.
Who'd have thought?
Do you remember all those years ago?
I remember. We'd be in your kitchen, we'd be sitting at your kitchen table, we'd be having these incredible conversations back and forth, and about our lives, and about the cosmos, and about history, and the world, and spirituality, and God, and the existence of everything. And you're like, we should be a show. This is great. I'm like, Marion, this is just us talking. And you're like, but it's a show. And here we are. So, yeah.
Do you like the show? Do you want to see more? We're gonna try to do it again next month.
We'll have guests. We'll have other topics. We'll have things that maybe you had never thought about or never spent any time talking about, and we'll talk about those things because that's the kind of gals we are.
Yeah, stick with us, because what do we say?
What do we
Hope
say?
and healing for these changing times. So stick with us. We're going to get you through.
There's only one of us. We got to do
There's
it.
only one of us. We did it. We did the show. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
New Earth Now is on TV. New Earth Now on CBC. New Earth Now.